Hi Dan, how are you? I'm Josh.
Hi.
I will be conducting your interview today.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. The weather outside's kind of stinky. Last week it was warm and now it's cold again. So,
Yeah. How was the trip over here?
well, it wasn't too bad. I live in Cedar Rapids, so I had to drive to Waterloo. So it's about a 45-minute drive, which wasn't too bad or anything like that.
Um, do you have class today?
Well, actually, my class got canceled this morning,
Oh.
but so that was a good thing. But I usually have mass media communications today.
Okay.
It's a communications class, so it's good to get it canceled, but I don't mind the class. So
You go to Co, correct?
yeah, I go to
Yeah.
Coe College. Yep.
Who's that class with?
Carla Moran Stevens.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
I actually took the same class with her. So,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You went to Co?
Yeah, I'm Co alum. So.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
Yep.
Co-Hawks.
Go Hawks. All right. So I understand you're here to interview for the communication manager position. Why do you feel that you want to be in this position?
Well, I feel like I really want to be communication manager for several different reasons. Communication is what I'm studying right now, and I really enjoy all the classes. I love communicating with people. I love being around people, and I feel like I can help your guys' company out if I'm a communication manager. I feel like I have really good interpersonal skills, and I feel like I can communicate with about almost anyone. So,
Um, so you said you have some good communication skills. Give me some examples of instances where you needed to use your good communication skills.
all right. Well, in all my classes so far I've taken at Co, we've had to use communication skills. I've had one class called Teamwork and Leadership where we had to work together as a team and we had to do projects throughout the course, and I had to use my communication skills to talk to the other teammates and tell them what to do. Also, I play soccer here at Co, and I have to be a leader on the field, so my communication skills are always working at a time. So I'll be talking during the game to my players, talking to my coaches. So I'm always trying to communicate and get the best out of them. So
All right. You said you play soccer, right?
Mhm.
Also on your resume, I noticed that you listed a bunch of your sports experiences, and how do you think that would help in our organization here?
I think it would help a lot. I've played high school basketball. I played high school football. Played high school baseball, soccer. I played all those sports, and I feel like that all those sports help a lot. Not just with like athletic ability, but communication as well, because you're with a group of people, and I feel like in the company I'm going to be with a group of people, and we're going to be working as a team. So everything that I learned in sports, communicating with others, just seeing how other people work and correcting them, and then having them correct me, is something that's really important. So I feel like being in those sports is going to help me in the long run with my communication skills.
All right. So, so you're at Co being a comm major, am I correct?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna guess you've learned a lot of different skills through your classes at Co. So what have you learned from your studies in particular that would help you out in being our communications manager?
Um, I don't know for sure if I have one skill that I've learned the most, but I feel like overall the whole communications major has just helped me so much. I had a class, interpersonal communications, where we learned personally things about communicating, and then also we had a class called intercultural communications, where we learned about other people's cultures and how to communicate with them. That's something that's huge. If I get the manager job, I'm gonna have to deal with tons of different type of people, different cultures, just different type of personalities, and I feel like what I learned in those two classes is going to help me so much. I've got taught to learn about different cultures and how they communicate, so that was something that was huge. If I have personalities that I have to deal with that are sometimes different, I can also deal with that as well. So other than that, I think just those two classes are going to help me a big deal.
Have you had any personal experience dealing with other cultures at this point?
Yes, I definitely. At Co College right now, there's a really large population of Asians that come over and they study here, and I've had a lot of them in my classes, and I've had some of them in my groups as well. Like last semester, I was in a business management class, which will also help me at the managing position, but I had 2 foreign exchange students that were Asian in my class, which their English wasn't the best, but I knew how they saw things, and I could communicate with them. I could write down stuff, and I learned in my intercultural that they're kind of passive. They're more shy, so I needed to get the most out of them. So I'd have to question them a lot, see what they thought, and when I got their ideas, I mean, they were great ideas, so that was always good. So I think that having them in my class and being around them was a great help.
Along the lines of cultural, being with other cultures, I read in your resume that you're planning to study abroad in
Mhm.
May. That was in Spain, am I correct?
Yeah.
How do you think your experiences in Spain will help you in this position?
Well, traveling Spain, which I'm really excited for. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna see a new culture, which another thing is I might have to deal with. Also, I really am trying to learn Spanish, which would be, I think, be something great because a lot of people know that the next language coming up is definitely Spanish. So I feel if I have Spanish, if I know that, it's just gonna help me more and be able to communicate with more people. But once I go to Spain, I'm gonna learn another culture, and I think that just being over there, seeing other people, it's just gonna be a really good thing. And I'm really excited for it too as well.
All right. I also saw on your resume that you work with first and second graders. How do you think that experience helped with for this job?
Oh yeah, definitely. In my junior and senior year of high school, I coached Little League baseball, which was with first and second graders. Me and a friend of mine, we were coaches, and we had to deal with the kids. We had to communicate with them. It was a lot different than communicating with other people. I mean, I had to see how these kids, how they'd react to what I'd say, what pushed their buttons, what didn't, what they would listen to. And also with dealing with the first and second graders, you always have to deal with the parents as well. And I mean, the parents sometimes can get angry at you if their kids don't play or something like that. But I really believe that working with these kids helped me become stronger in my communication skills. I've had a lot of conversations with parents after games. Some of them have been mad at me. So I mean, I've also had stressful situations with these parents too. So I've had to deal with that. When they weren't happy with their kid not playing. Also, if they weren't happy with how me and my friend were coaching, I had to deal with that, and I listened to what they had to say. I listened to their ideas, and then I went out and I changed the way we did it, so everyone would be happy and that our team would be successful as well. So I feel like working with those first and second graders was one of my favorite jobs, and also one of the most successful things I've done.
All right. So you said you had a lot of stressful situations while dealing with parents. Can you give me a specific example of an instance where you had to deal with that?
Yeah, definitely. When we were talking about the first and second graders, I remember one time when this kid named Brady, he couldn't get the hit down. He couldn't swing and get the hit, and his parent came up to me and said, "You're teaching him wrong. You're teaching him wrong." So I was like, well, "What do you want me to do? What should I do?" So the parent told me what he thinks, and I told him what I thought, and we talked about it. We sat for about a half an hour just talking about this. And finally, we came up with a solution. So the next day, I said, "Why don't you come out and I'll let you help your son. We'll both help him together." So he came out to practice. We both worked on the kid's swing together. The next thing you know, he's hitting every time, and we worked together and we got the good situation. So.
All right. All right. Finally, are there any questions you have for me?
The only question I have is how is the environment?
The working environment is very professional. We keep a professional feel here, but we have a very good working environment when it comes to working with people. Basically, we keep it friendly but professional.
Okay.
In short, I
All right.
guess.
That's all I got.
All right. Thank you for your time, and I will get back to you probably within the next 2 weeks if whether you got the job or not.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank
Thanks
you.
for the opportunity.
Yep.